The blinders are on. Mamma Mia is one of those films that I could rip apart. Thematic woes, character inconsistencies, and completely abandoned storylines are just a couple of the ways I know this movie is bad. Plenty more obvious problems are layered throughout that I can't help but notice in retrospect. A beloved film that has many flaws not enough people talk about? That's right up my alley. I went in ready to expose Mamma Mia like ABBA did with the Swedish tax system. That's a deep cut. What I was met with was a surprise unlike any other. This movie slaps, dude. A certified banger. I know there's flaws, but whole Mamma Mia is a masterpiece. A 55% on Rotten Tomatoes masterpiece. How could I ever have expected to dunk on a film with this much merit? The soap opera level chaos and grounded realism smashed together make up an on-screen energy that I could not get enough of. And of course, the music. Everything that these songs bring with them makes up a movie that rides off of pure vibes. Unfortunately, I can't get your vibes up for more than 6 seconds due to the YouTube monetization policy. So enjoy this, cause it's all you'll have. I forgot to mention one last little detail. It seems this was my first full watch through of Mamma Mia. I thought I'd seen it before because of images burned into my mind like this, but it must have been from pop culture. I mean, I would have remembered this banger of a second intro. Sophie and her friends geeking out about finding her mom's diary while singing Honey Honey. Now, I've established that I grow to love this movie in the end. I'll say that before I say, this part made my brow furrow. Like this. I think that's a furrowed brow. I'm just a little taken aback by how engrossed Sophie is with her mom's sex life. Ladies, tell me if I'm wrong, but her being hyped to find out that her mom slept with 3 guys in 3 weeks around the time she was conceived, doesn't that seem a little off? Me personally, if I found a diary like that, at the very least, I don't keep reading past the ... Maybe in the first act of Mamma Mia, I wasn't super into it. That's mad up, man. There's possibly a reason why Donna wouldn't want these men in her life. I don't know if you thought that through. Wait a minute, she's 20. I mean, that doesn't really change that much. I don't know. I guess it just puts it into perspective because I'm 20. No way. She's not this naive, right? She thought that this would be a nice surprise for her mom. Because, like, the selfishness thing makes sense. She wants to figure out who her dad is, but she thought she's doing something good. Those are just a few of my valid reactions to things going on. But remember the negativity coming off of me in this clip for later. Or the hubris, maybe. I don't know if it's negativity. You can see my opinion start to shift as the absurdity kicks in. Once I realized this movie is never taking itself seriously, I stopped thinking too seriously. Slapstick comedy, excessive performance, the freaking dialogue at points.
Down, big fella. I'm old enough to be your mother.
Grandmother.
What was that exchange? Down, big fella. The whole package was put there knowing exactly what this world is. Over the top, all the time. For now, Mamma Mia is unapologetic with that sentiment. It's in character emotions.
That's what you want.
The choreography song to song. Unlike me, who's too scared to lose money on a YouTube video, this film is willing to go big or go home, no matter the moment. You can't help but get swept up in the fun of it, man. You can see these actors enjoying themselves, my favorite moments of which were with these three fellas. I think Pierce Brosnan sounds the best. None of them really sound that good. I expected more from Colin Firth. Isn't he like a Broadway boy? Not good singing, but you can't deny they're having a good time. Speaking of good times, can we talk about another part of my experience being enjoyably distracted? The distraction that I became enthralled with was Amanda Seyfried. Seyfried? Is that how you say her name? Vocals! I probably had to cut the majority of that up, but those vocals were top tier from Amanda Seyfried. Yeah, the vocals were great. There's no denying that. But if I'm honest, my mind might have been less on the singing and more on the Anyways, let's talk about sexy Colin Firth. I had a moment with this dude that I feel shows off how this movie puts my blinders on. Sorry, hold on. I'm telling you. This isn't just, well, obviously what's happening is they're turning these two men into their strippers, but what's cooler than that is this, and I'll put it up on screen right now, but the Colin Firth, Mr. Darcy or whatever, the white shirt that Colin Firth wears. So if they manage to get him wet in this somehow, which I'm going to predict now, just because he's already wearing the white shirt, that's iconic, and people went crazy over this whenever that came out. But that's what they're just watch. Somehow I'm thinking about that instead of the sexual harassment case happening in real time. The beauty of cinema. Okay, my argument is becoming weaker, so let's shift the topic. The dialogue in this movie is actually really well written.
Down, big fella.
At points, really well written at points. In true soap opera fashion, Mamma Mia is so good at making people misunderstand each other. Now on paper, that sounds easy, but in execution it can feel really disingenuous if not done right. Here's Colin Firth and here's Harry and Bill, both thinking that they are Sophie's dad, and the other is in love with someone else.
Last night, I discovered something wonderful.
Last night? You didn't know? Even suspect that you were...
Well, no, and of course not. It's always been a secret.
Talking of revelations, last night,
I think I know what's going on.
No, you don't.
The moment you clapped eyes on each other.
She's a wonderful girl, but can I take her on in my life? This family, you know.
Come on, you don't have to marry her.
What?
What makes this clip so impressive is both characters are able to speak their minds honestly and still fail to communicate. Other movies would write in somebody withholding info or being extra stupid compared to the other. Mamma Mia actually takes the time to write this exchange to the fullest. This is where I started to see that maybe this so-called blinder being put on my eyes actually helps me see deeper. As we move into the second half of Mamma Mia, the effort this crew put in became apparent. Though full sentimentality hadn't yet been reached, I was seeing this film now as more than a distraction.
Boots. Come on then. All that freaking yoga's made my feet bigger.
Did she just drop an F-bomb? Did she just drop an F-bomb?
Come on then. All that freaking yoga's made my feet bigger.
Dude, that had to be an F-bomb. Come on. Okay, maybe I was still a little distracted. Mamma Mia never abandoned its absurdity, which I loved. But uncovering the gradual slide into tenderheartedness, this was the cherry on top for me. Watching the could-be dads find out why they're there, seeing the perceived fallout of relationships, experiencing yearning couples finding potential love. The cheesy over-the-topness worked well to get me in, but this extra bit of emotion is why I stayed. Also because I'm making a YouTube video on it. As our climax hits and the wedding is happening at this beautiful venue, the sentimentality is brought front stage with Meryl Streep. A powerful performance of Winner Takes It All that I completely misunderstood for a second. I mean... Wait, am I just way too on the nose for the meaning of this? Because she's like singing, right after saying, no, I'm going to be the one to walk my daughter down the aisle. She's now singing, the winner takes it all, loser standing small, walking circles around this guy. God, I don't even want to put that in there, dude. Wait at least a verse before you go yapping, Gio. I wish I could play the song, because this performance as Donna sings with no backup dancers, no props, just her in this beautiful view, culminates in the peak of emotion that most of us will feel in Mamma Mia. Me, on the other hand, I was a bit more emotional here. He doesn't look happy enough. He doesn't look happy enough. He doesn't look nearly happy enough. I'll take your place, dog. I will happily take your place. Throw me in that white tux. That's definitely not a tux. I might not be able to unbutton my shirt that much, but I will take your place. As the film closes out, it still never loses its silly heart.
I don't care if you slept with hundreds of men.
But it is willing to give us a tender ending. Tender ending. Sounds odd. Tender, happy ending. As I watched Donna get married to James Bond, and everybody else celebrating in the rain, I couldn't help but cry. I couldn't help but cry. Come on, Gio. What are you, soulless? I couldn't help but cry. Okay, I think I see some welling up there. I couldn't help but tear up. How could this movie so perfectly blend together? Get me in by committing to the bit all the time, and then play my soft side with this combination of music and relationship dialogue. Mamma Mia is truly the perfect example of balance in these types of movies. And that is where I would normally end. The problem is my relationship with Mamma Mia has evolved since my first watch. Opposite of how the further I got into Mamma Mia, the more I liked it, the further I got into life after Mamma Mia, the more I hated it. Mamma Mia, not life, sorry. The issues in this film are all over the place, and I don't really want to talk about them. If I do, it'll significantly lower my enjoyment. But in order to provide all angles, we're gonna do it using a method approved by my ex-retailer. The sandwich method. One good thing, one bad thing, then one good thing again. Get your bibs ready. Here we go. The convos with the older group of ladies felt so natural. Sophie is a descendant of the Joker, waiting to see chaos play out specifically on her wedding day for no real reason. The three men never really fight. What a refreshing choice. Okay, that's sandwich 1. My Mamma Mia lovers hanging in there? If so, you better get hungry. Watching the priest reactions to Colin Firth coming out was hilarious. The entire groom character is non-existent except to call off a wedding that he proceeds to just show up at anyways. It's shot on 35mm. Okay, that one felt a little unbalanced. Let me try again. The most positive father figures ever, with all 3 of them wanting to be 1/3 Sophie's dad. Donna and Sophie both have insane mood swings throughout the movie, and nobody sees any problems with these excessive emotions, though it's probably bipolar disorder. The music is good. Wish I could actually let you hear it. You know, honestly, I'm finding a hard time balancing these sandwiches out, so I'm just gonna let it loose with this one. Mamma Mia fans, hopefully you're full. Bread first. The costumes were beautiful. Okay, now the middle. The world is set in 2000 and disregards the idea of paternity tests entirely. Donna doesn't tell her daughter who her dad is for 20 years. Donna also doesn't tell these men that they have a daughter for 20 years. Donna is used as a reason to not get married for Sophie after Sophie's entire arc is how she's supposed to not care about what her mom wants anymore. Many of the vocals were ruined by Pierce Brosnan trying to sing, especially when the people up against him were Meryl Streep. Donna's money problems are holding her back, yet she owns an insanely expensive property and has rich friends. The movie turns really sexually charged for no reason during this song with Martha May of Whoville. And finally, our knight in shining armor is revealed to have been engaged when he was with Donna, meaning that he cheated on his ex-fiancée, came back home to get married, and then at some point separated, coming back to his ex Donna. A real hero. Oh, shit. Now I need the other piece of bread. Anything to even this out? Oh, wait. Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, the Colin Firth white shirt prediction lands. Are you kidding me? Come on, dude. So there you go. From a story perspective, I can in fact poke a lot of holes. Whoopee. For me though, and this doesn't happen often, I will choose to look past the problems I can pick out in Mamma Mia. I only choose this because I know what the movie will do to me while I'm in it. To commit so hard to a cheesy tone and slowly peel it apart, hitting on deeper themes and messages, is something I don't think many films can pull off so well. The magic that Mamma Mia creates is much bigger than the album promotion it fronted as. Though the songs are such a big part of this movie, and I can't even play it on YouTube. Like, man, f that. F that. Yes! Hell yes, dude! YouTube monetization, that's what I was talking about. Little Mamma Mia. Hey. Where's my microphone? There it is. Oh, get ready, baby. Turn this shit on. Here we go. You can dance. You can die. Having no time of your life. See that girl. And with that, thank you, Elise. Specifically you, Elise. And of course, to everyone else who watched this one, thank you. And one more big thank you going out to my members. If you'd like to learn more about memberships and maybe even like to see me cuss in a video, please click the join button and check that out. As well as a free to join newsletter that's in the description. You can click that link if you want. As well, the Fresh Out the Film link is also there. Somehow getting worse at these promos as I go, but Fresh Out the Film, me and my sister, please go check that one out. But yeah, I think we're done here. So, deuces.